Coruscant, the heart of the Republic had fallen under a shadow. In a lavish high-rise apartment, a group of anxious senators gathered, their faces a mixture of ambition and fear. They were here to meet Arcadia, the supposed savior who promised to restore order. Instead, they were greeted by a woman with short blonde hair and eyes as cold as the void. She was Arcadia's spymaster, and her presence was unsettling. One of the senators, trying to sound braver than he felt, spoke up. "We were told we'd be meeting with Arcadia himself. Where is he?" The spymaster's smile didn't reach her eyes. "Arcadia is busy, but he sent me to ensure your loyalty." Her hand rested casually on a hidden blaster. "You see, in this new order, there's no room for doubt. You're either with us, or you're a problem that needs to be removed." The senators exchanged nervous glances. The threat hung in the air, thick and suffocating. The Sith's control over Coruscant wasn't just political anymore. It was personal, enforced by fear and veiled threats in luxurious rooms. The Republic they knew was gone, replaced by a puppet government dancing to a Sith tune. Meanwhile, far away on a hidden jungle planet, hope flickered. Republic loyalists and Jedi had established a secret base, a bastion against the encroaching darkness. Among them was Arca, seemingly the only one who could stop his dark counterpart. He was a man without a formal order, but his commitment to the light was unwavering. He stood on a cliff overlooking a valley where starfighters were being prepped and soldiers drilled, a symbol of defiance. It was here, amidst the hum of activity and the vibrant life of the alien world, that a holographic message shimmered into existence before him. It was the Queen Arca's grandmother and ally. Her voice was filled with a strength that resonated across the galaxy. "Arca," she began, "I have news. Kos is free. My people have thrown off the chains of the Sith. We stand with the Republic. We stand with you." Arca felt a surge of relief, a whole system liberated. It was a significant victory. The Queen's image softened, but that is not all I wished to speak of. It has been too long. Tell me everything. Tell me of your life, the battles you've fought, the friends you've made. As Arca updated the Queen, two of those very friends were engaged in their own form of diplomacy. In a clearing, the sunlight dappled through the dense canopy, illuminating Kira and Gale. A friendly tension filled the air. "So," Kira said, a playful glint in her eye, "do you remember our first duel back on Ryloth?" Gale smiled, her blue lightsaber humming to life in her hand. "I remember. I also remember winning." Kira ignited her own blades. "Then you won't mind that rematch I asked for, will you? I've learnt a few things since then." The two women circled each other, a dance of light and shadow. Their blades clashed, sparks flying. But this was not a battle of anger. It was a test of skill. Gale, the more experienced duelist, offered guidance as they fought. "Your footwork is sloppy, Kira. Keep your center. Anticipate. Don't just react." Kira listened, adapting, her movements becoming more fluid, more precise. She parried a swift strike from Gale and, in a flash of inspiration, used Gale's own momentum against her, disarming her with a clever twist of her wrist. Gale's lightsaber flew into the air and landed softly on the grass. But Gale looked from her empty hand to Kira, a look of genuine surprise and pride on her face. "Well done," she said. "You have indeed learned." Later, Arca found them resting by a waterfall. "I have news," he said, his expression serious but hopeful. "The Queen of Kos is on her way. She's coming ahead of her fleet to coordinate our strategy." Kira raised an eyebrow. The Queen herself. "That's a bold move." Arca looked from Kira to the rushing water, a soft smile on his face. "There's something else you should know. The Queen, she's my grandmother on my mother's side." Kira stared at him, then burst into laughter. "Grandmother, Arca, we've been traveling together, fighting side by side, and you neglect to mention you're related to royalty. You really are a Jedi, all secrets and dramatic reveals." She playfully punched his arm. "Speaking of reveals, I beat Gale." Arca's smile widened. "I heard congratulations." His gaze then drifted toward the Jedi temple they had constructed. "Excuse me," he said, walking over to another Jedi Knight. "Where are the Padawans? I want to ensure they're secure." The knight nodded reassuringly. "They are safe, Arca, with their teachers in the inner sanctum. We were also told about the children you found, the ones strong in the Force. They are being cared for, their potential nurtured." Arca felt a sense of peace. In this chaotic galaxy, they were protecting the future. The arrival of the Queen of Kos was an event. Her gleaming starship descended like a silver tear from the sky. She emerged not with the pomp of a monarch, but with the quiet grace of a warrior. While Arca was busy with military planning, the Queen sought out Kira. They sat together in a garden filled with bioluminescent flora. "Kira," the Queen began, her voice gentle, "Arca has told me much about you, but the Force tells me more." She paused, her gaze knowing. "It tells me of your heart. You love him, don't you?" Kira's face flushed a deep red, a stark contrast to her pale skin. She was completely taken aback by the Queen's directness. The Queen smiled warmly. "Do not be ashamed. I had a feeling the moment I saw you two in the hologram, and that day I saved his life. The way he looks at you, he hasn't looked at anyone like that before. It is good. He deserves happiness." Kira, flustered but touched, could only manage a small, shy nod. The Queen's acceptance felt like a blessing. That night, seeking clarity, Arca entered a deep, meditative trance. He opened himself to the Force, hoping for guidance on the coming war. But the Force showed him something else, something terrifying. He saw a vision of the future, twisted and dark. He saw Kira, her eyes burning with yellow fire, her face a mask of rage. He saw Gale, her blue skin pale and lifeless, a red lightsaber in her hand as she cut down Republic soldiers. He saw them both, his closest friends, fallen to the dark side. He gasped, breaking from his meditation, his heart pounding. He immediately went to the Queen of Kos, his face etched with worry. "I had a vision," he stammered, his voice trembling. "Kira and Gale, they fell. They turned to the dark side." The Queen listened patiently, her expression calm. "Visions are but possibilities, Arca, not certainties. Why not take this to the Jedi Council here? Let them guide you." Arca shook his head, a haunted look in his eyes. "I did that once before. I told the Council on Coruscant about a vision I had of the war years ago when I was made a knight. Only my master believed me. They told me to meditate on it, to let it go, and then it all came true. They did nothing." The Queen moved closer and placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "You are not that young Jedi anymore, Arca, and you are not alone later." A protocol droid showed Arca and Kira to their private quarters, a spacious room carved into the living rock of the planet, with a balcony overlooking the moonlit jungle. The war felt 1,000,000 miles away. While Arca stood on the balcony, lost in thought, Kira emerged from the refresher. She was wearing a beautiful nightgown of shimmering Alderonian silk, a gift from the Queen. It clung to her form, its color like liquid moonlight. Arca turned as she approached, and the words caught in his throat. He just stared, momentarily forgetting the war, his vision, everything. He was lost for words, captivated by her beauty. Kira smiled, a little shyly, and walked toward him. She took his hand and led him to the bed. As they sat, she leaned in and kissed him, a tender promise in the quiet of the night. In that moment, there was no Jedi, no soldier, no dark premonitions. There was only Arca and Kira, and the hope for a future they could build together against all odds. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tales from a galaxy far, far away.